And good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for watching today. And we have a special edition today of shotgun season, much anticipated, never duplicated, and it's almost sacred. It's just so anticipated, this, and it's hunting for deer in the massively huge Hockamock swamp. And we are about to embark on our adventure. Took some time off from work because it's that important to me, as I have been for the past 40 years. And we're going to see if we can bust us a white-tailed deer for some good winter eating. So stay tuned and we'll show you a little around the swamp, and hopefully we can get us some deer. Trail boss, let you know. And we'll start off the show with twin whirlpools. Not a lot of water this year. A little higher than last year, but usually that thing's cranking. But right there, it's usually 6-7 feet across in the mighty Hockamock swamp. And a stunningly gorgeous, as usual, I don't know, this year, extremely warm. But you're looking at a chunk of the swamp there. Just beautiful morning. It's supposed to be in the mid-50s today. It can go either way with deer hunting. Either there'll be tons of deer everywhere, or I find most hunters find when there's a ton of low temperature, you know, if it's 10 degrees, that deer really move like crazy. But on days like today, if it's really warm, you either see a lot or you don't see many. But I don't care, man. I'm out here and I'm free. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful morning, and ready to go and fired up, and been dreaming about it all summer, and been hunting all archery. Saw a lot of deer this year. Saw 3 deer. Couldn't get close enough. You got to get real close with the bow. But it's a different story with the shotgun. So we're gonna give it a swing as usual, and we'll let you know. Conditions for today's hunt: it's going to be in the mid-50s. Wind is full on south. It's about 10 or 12 miles an hour, and I'll be hunting into the wind, obviously, looking for deer in front of me as the wind blows into my face. That's what's known as hunting into the wind. The moon, for the moonheads, is just after a new moon, about 3 days into the new moon. So have a little fun. And the barometric pressure is coming up now. It's 30.01 when I left, and rising, so we got high pressure moving in today and tomorrow. I'll be hunting tomorrow also, and hopefully filming some deer meat for you guys and for myself. But those are the conditions today at the hunt in the majestic swamp, and I'm gonna give it a go. Saw a few guys coming in on this trail, heading in, and about to head in deep and see what I can dig up. I'll let you know. And this hunt I'll be hunting as usual with my trusty Remington 870 pump. And I've killed a lot of deer with that shotgun. I've got a lot of confidence in it. And it's actually a Wingmaster, but I have the barrel with the deer barrel with the sights on it. And what I wanted to mention was, I've had a lot of discussion on what to use while you're deer hunting. Should you use slugs or should you use buckshot? Buckshot throws a whole bunch of rocks all at once, but loses power fairly quick. It's heavy, but it goes out, I'd say 40, 50, 60 yards you could use it for. But a slug goes farther, probably out to about 100 or even more. I wouldn't go past that. But but you only get one big rock to throw. So we discussed it at the gun club years, hundreds of times. And it comes to the ultimate solution. I think a lot of you guys will agree with this once you hear this. Should you use buckshot or should you use just straight slugs? Well, we think both. And then how would you use both? And our logic is, and we've boiled it down to this is elegant. In our state of Massachusetts, we have to have a plug in our shotguns that only allow 3 shots. So we're only allowed 3 shots. There's 2-shot plug that we have to have in place legally to hunt. And so our logic is the first round that you load will be a slug, and then the second and third round will be buckshot. And so the reason for that is the first shot that you get at your deer hopefully will be a standing shot. The deer doesn't see you. That's the object of the game of deer hunting. See the animal before it sees you. They claim you only got about 2 seconds on the average shot to make the shot, to actually time it right so that you bust the deer. But so with that first shot, if the deer doesn't see you, you want the most energy, and that would be with the slug, and that will give you the most distance too. Then if you miss with that first shot, right, which I never do, but the logic is if you miss, what is the deer going to be doing? The deer's going to be running now. And so you're better off now throwing a handful of rocks at it, because it's a running target if you're going to shoot at it, if you have the skill to shoot at a running target. And so you'll use buckshot. I use triple-aught buckshot, and I find that excellent over the years. I've taken a lot of deer, actually more deer with the buckshot than anything. But not that they've been running shots, but it seems that work out that way. But so it's slug, buck, buck. Slug first, then buckshot. The slug for the standing shot, and then if he's running, you want to throw buckshot at it. And I think there is no better logic to look at it that way. That is simple, logical way to think about it. But onward in hunting, what you know. So it's about when I put on my cover scent, and that is what I like to use are these pin-on wafers. This is Hunter's Specialties DAY1 sex scent wafers, and you just pin it onto your jacket, you know. They really work well, and they really stink up the place, which is what you want to cover your scent. And on my boots, it's getting harder to find in my area. I don't know why, but it's Pete Ricard's Injun Bucklore, and I've been using this for 40 years, and I'll swear by that stuff. I want to drink it. I want to wear it as friggin' shaving lotion. The smell is deer funk, and it attracts deer, and I busted all my deer just with that. This is a newcomer. That there is what I like using. And those are my cover scents, and hunt into the wind and you'll be all right. But when you get on a stand, this scent disperses, and that's just what you want. Deer come up as a curiosity, especially with the DAY1 Eustress. If it's a buck, it's looking to mate. This is just after the rut right now. Our rut up here ended December 20th, so it was about a week ago. So it doesn't mean they're stopped mating, it just means the height of the rut. But these are what I use for cover scents. Oh, I just got a shot at one. He was right in the middle of the trail, which is unheard of, but he's right there looking at me. He's a good 40 yards away. I gotta go see if I hit him now. Oh, the adrenaline rush. Look really dark. Big deer. Oh my gosh. Let's go see what we can see. Oh man, I'm still shaking. This is where he went in. I'm gonna go in now and start tracking. I don't know if I hit him or not because I didn't see him flinch. He just kind of heard the bang and took off. So, let's see what happens. Oh, the rush, man, I'm shaking. So this is where he was. This was his track right here, right about here when I shot at him. And looked awfully brown, really brown. Usually they're grayish white this time of year, but so I searched around for a while, and I want to search some more. Right now I'm just taking a break on this is 4-way stand that I'm at, and the wind's in the right direction for this one, but there are a bunch of trees, and it's a natural stand, and well, look at that, some idiot carved into the tree, 18, 20, so forth. But that deer was big and brown, and it was, I don't know if it was a buck or a doe, but it was a long shot, and nothing that buckshots couldn't handle. I'm sure it was about, I'd say, 50, 60 yards, but it looked big. But I'm going to sit here for a while and sit on this stand and be quiet and let the smells take over and see if I can draw a deer in. And I'll go back and see if I can find that first shot that I took. I don't want to jinx nothing by talking about it, but if I am lucky enough to get a deer this year, or skillful enough, I got the two-wheeler. I'm in pretty far. I'm in a good 1.5 miles right here. And I'm not too far from the main trail, but I am off in the woods. I have what's called, it's like a two-wheeler with a long lip. I'm sure you guys have seen them. And, I got that. And I also have what's called a deer slayer, S-L-E-I-G-H-R. Sportsman's Guide sells them. And it's like super thick plastic that rolls up, like the old sheet sleds we used to have. But it's long, it's got holes in it, it's really big, and it's super durable. And you tie the deer onto that, and then you tie a rope onto that, to the plastic, and it glides over everything. And I've not yet been able to use it, just got it, but it looks like it's going to work excellent. It's just gliding over all these roots and ditches and muck and all that, and easier way to get a deer out rather than just grabbing it by the rack of the head and dragging it with brute strength. But I'll do that too if I have to, but it's much easier with the right stuff. That's how I'll be getting it out, and renewed my commitment to this tree. PK 17, 18, 20, and 22. But we're stand hunting right now. I'm going to head back to where I took that shot and look even further for that deer. I'm pretty sure I missed him though. He didn't flinch or nothing. So this serious scrape here. Sure, if I got down on all fours that would stink, and of course the licking branch right above it. All kind of deer sign in here. 4 ways right there. It's unreal. But hunting stand there. But tracks leading right in and out of it in that direction. Serious scrape. Kind of cool. Oh, that is how that grows. Kind of neat. So, this is a boundary marker put out by the state, I believe. West Bridgewater, 1895. Deep in the Hockamock swamp. All you guys that hunt in here know where that's at. It's pretty famous meeting spot. But what I wanted to say was mindsets while hunting. I found when you really concentrate on hunting and you really want it for hours and hours, it seems like nothing happened. It's when you let yourself go and your mind is not concentrated on it. That's when stuff happens. It's kind of strange. Same with fishing too. Casting and concentrating. Not all the time, but a lot. It's kind of weird how it happens, but when you're not thinking about it and your mind's just drifting and you're relaxed, bang, that's when it happens. And kind of unusual. But I'm going to move down now. I've been searching for that other first deer, and I'm going to head back down in that direction and see what I can make of it. Looked around in here for a while and didn't see any sign, and I'm going to ramble on. So rare to get a shot at a deer on the trail like that. They don't usually stop on the trails. Only one other time that I've been hunting here, good 25, 30 years ago, about 5 miles from here along the power lines, in a deeper part of the swamp on to the right of me, did that occur. And I was so taken aback to see him crossing the trail that I buck fever, didn't even get a shot off. But this time I did. But it's rare. They're in there. They're not in here. This is just the access point. Though this is extremely deep in the swamp, very, very remote. I just never see them on the trail. That's not when you see them. You see them in their home in the woods. But I was fortunate to get a shot. That was quite thrilling. I wish it connected. We're gonna keep looking. Of course, trail bus. So it's wet. It's very quiet, extremely quiet. You can move like smoke through these trails. No sound at all, but so can the deer. But that's from this morning. And to tell the direction, it's like a heart. The direction the heart is pointing, she was going that way. That's not a very big one, but that is deer sign. And that's how you tell which way they're going. And that was done this morning because those tracks are sharp and fresh. But plenty of sign. So I've looked for about 2 hours now, and I don't see any blood sign. When I shot, I didn't see any flinch. He didn't jump. He didn't buck. He just kind of walked off into the woods. So it didn't have any sign of being hit. But I've searched all over a good quarter-mile radius of where that shot was taking place, and I couldn't find nothing. So I'm going to continue on with the hunt and dream about that now for the rest of my life, of course, along with the other missed shots. But right on the trail, you couldn't ask for it better. I didn't dare try to get closer because, like I say, I was kind of ironically speaking earlier, but you got about 2 seconds. I had a long time for that one, but you never see them up in the middle of the trail. I was very lucky to have that opportunity, but I didn't connect. It was too far off. But so anyway, onward with the hunt, and I'm glad to have had that opportunity. It was pretty much quite a thrill. I'll let you know. And one other thing I'd like to add is you guys might be wondering, why didn't I film it? Because this is deer hunting, man, and you only got a few seconds, like I just said. And it's either you get to see it or I get to eat it, and I want to eat it. So there'll be plenty of time afterwards, after a kill, if I'm fortunate enough and God wants to bless me with the meat, that you'll get to see it, and you might get to see the whole butchering process and all that there. But I don't have one of those high-end scopes that you can film through. I don't have any scope at all. So I'm gonna hunt and take the shot, and you'll see the dead meat afterwards. If that, but that's why, a lot of these other hunting videos, the guys are already set up and staged. A lot of those are on game farms and all that, where they can set up stuff and deer don't even care that they're there. This is public land, and this is real hunting. And believe me, I'm blessed to have had a shot. So I've seen plenty, but to be close enough to have a shot, that's my whole point is I'm gonna get the meat first, and then you'll see the deer. But I'm not gonna film it and then it runs away while I'm putting the camera away and getting the rifle. I hope you understand that. So look at this. Kind of reminds me of cypress knees down south. Water's a little bit low here, but we got them knees too. And you guys down south are loaded with that in your swamps. We got them up here, although those ain't cypress. I don't know what species that is without looking at the leaf. I would assume it's some type of oak, swamp oak or something. But, thanks for coming along on this edition. I'm going to hunt for a little while longer. If anything noteworthy happens, I'll let you know. Like and subscribe, and thanks for coming along. I really appreciate you guys watching. And I'm going to definitely be going out again tomorrow morning and drop another video on that one too. And whatever else happens along the way. But thank you very much for watching. My name is Paul K. This is Saturday Mornings Outdoors. Thank you. See you.